Hello. Hey, happy Saturday. How are you?
Good. How are you, George?
Well, it's Saturday, so I have a cold drink. No tea today for me, my friend.
No, it's quiet.
Well, what are you drinking? What the hell's that? What sort of drink? What sort of funky drink's that?
Something that needs an umbrella, but we won't talk about it. I've recently.
Let's talk about it. Let's talk about your drink.
Not really, not at my age. I'm just grateful for anything. I find any old drinks in the cupboard and just like slop it in there, whatever colour comes out.
Whatever's left from the last hour.
Absolutely.
Yeah, okay. Well, that's no different from when you were like 18 or so. Anyway, let's get it.
Right. So
what are we doing today? What are we doing tonight?
I've got a track for you and a super short track. Okay. But
like that.
The reason why I love it, because from where at our age group and where we came from, and in England, and where the song sits, it just really sums up an era for me. And I think this just typifies that era. And I just, it's by the band the Mekons, who are still going now, absolutely prolific. They've gone from dub, they're post-punk, and that's what we're going to listen to now. And there's a track called Were You There? Super short track, but okay. I think an absolute kick-ass track. And it also shows you don't really need to be a master of your instrument to just get attitude over.
Okay. All right. Well, that was the whole punk thing. That none of them were the master of their instrument. Let's face it. Well, that's not true.
I don't know. That's another topic of discussion because I can
were they a master of their
brilliant, but All right. Okay. Well, I'm going to leave you with the Mekons.
Okay.
And, enjoy yourself, and then bring me back in and tell me what you think about the track then.
Okay, well, don't go too far away, because if it's a short track, don't want to lose you to come back to an empty room.
No, don't worry, I'm just off to find some umbrellas and a piece of pineapple.
A bit more grenadine in your drink, maybe.
See you in a bit. Bye-bye.
Right, see ya, bye. Right, he's gone. Okay, so headset time. Let's see what we got. And I've got some... That's good. All right, let's do this. So we have got the Mekons. Where were you? Let's find the play button, if we can do that. Are we ready? Let's go. Wow, kicks off very well. Love that. Excellent. Excellent. Are you there, Alex? Excellent. Well, that was classic. I don't. Why would that be post-punk? That was punk. That was just like ending up with like the sort of the attitude in the voice and the ending up with like, "Do you love me?" Like
it's the attitude, isn't it?
It's well, that was punk. That was what year was that song? Do you know?
79.
Well, that was punk. Then how could that be?
Well, yeah, it was punk.
Well,
Post-punk. I mean, you move. SLF were punk. Stiff Little Fingers were punk, and then they moved to post-punk. And then and then you got the Damned who were punk, and then they moved into post-punk. So they bridged that. Right. Where you got out and out spitting punk, and then you've got. I mean, they're still going now.
But what about? I mean, we've had this whole resurgence of like in America, like punk bands. Are they post-punk?
Well, yeah, but the what was England like in '79 to you?
Oh, it was like miners, riots, electricity power cuts, pretty grim at times. And the punk thing was like this. It was amazing. It was like just like a shout in the streets, and it was people with crazy the safety pin through the nose and the Mohicans and the tartan trousers, and you'd go down the King's Road in London. And it was terrifying, but cool.
It was terrifying.
I mean, I was a rocker man, and so like punks, rockers, different things, really, But it was like, damn, that was crazy times.
It was terrifying, but back in '79, it was grim. And then we had all the race riots going on. And what many Americans don't know is that the our black population, the punks, they got on really well, really, really well. So they kind of mingled together, and then we had Thatcherism coming through, and they had so much to kick back on. And then we had Love and Peace and Hair, and then we had punks, and it was just unbelievable. And that song, just when I listened to it, it was like, oh yeah. That's the attitude, it was like, God.
Yeah, exactly. It was a lot of FU kind of attitude out there. And it was like, and it's also because it was, I suppose, some of the dying of the English establishment. It was like there was the sort of colonies as we had them then, like Rhodesia and things were falling apart and disappearing. It was the whole thing was kind of changing and transitioning, and punk kind of came at that nexus, I suppose.
Well, they always say that a real truthful song or a real truthful movement have got a voice and something to say, and the punks had a lot to kick back on. The establishment, they kicking back on the establishment, conscription and all that and whatever. I have got no idea what anyone has got to kick back on now.
Well,
honestly, but back in '79, you could see where England was then. Well, you got race issues, a lot of race issues here, but I mean, don't want to go into that now, I suppose. But England back in '79, England was grim, absolutely grim. Post Second World War,
sort of like the sort of after effects of the Second World War in some regards. It was that kind of attitude. People were, that was still not fresh in people's memories, but it was debt and. Old industrialized industries. It was a mess at times.
Anyone with silver hair had fought in a war back in '79, and this was a real threat to them. And then we had Thatcherism coming through and the modernization, and then but we were going through huge transition as a country with race as well. And
we're looking back on it now, really, isn't it? It was like, but you look back with fondness on certain things, like the, just the style, I suppose, and some of that music.
Yeah. Out of 10 being absolute banger, and number 1 being absolute, wanger.
Okay, so okay, this is like I think it's a very iconic song. It sums up a time. You're right, absolutely. It's a moment in time. Would you say that's the best lyrics you've ever heard? Yeah, no, they're very punk lyrics, aren't they? They're not like it's not like poetry in some regards. It's an angst. It's an emotion.
No. I disagree. I totally disagree.
Okay,
if you're going to sing about, oh, my baby, she loves me, yeah.
Is she going to come meet me at the bar?
Yeah, she touched me there. He was singing about, I see you with yellow hair. I don't know. The lyrics to me were, more honest and more poetry driven than most of the crap that comes out.
Okay, all right, all right,
So,
all right. I'll do that. And and musicianship. It started like the drumming when it kicks in at the beginning. Or
that's actually a really good fill at the beginning.
yeah,
I've listened to that fill and I've analysed it quite a few times. It's a good fill.
I turned up the volume a lot at that point. It was just like it was very loud. And,
I know. I was ready to get a safety pin and put it through my nose at that point.
Okay, you go and do that.
Try and get what hair I've got left up. I'll glue it.
I wouldn't do that. No, good chat. So I would say a 7.5 for me. That's a 7.5.
Yeah,
solid 7.5.
It's because it's would it make your playlist as well?
Yeah, absolutely. I like a bit of punk. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Post-punk, if you're saying that.
That's a bigger one, really. Would it make your playlist? It's in my playlist. It's been on my playlist for a long time, and so it's a bit of a favourite.
Would you play it at a dinner party? No. Would you? No, but like
no. Would I? You know,
at a barbecue.
as a middle-aged sad man, would I put it on in my classic car driving down the highway and all of a sudden think, yeah, fuck you? You know, yeah, probably. You know.
Yeah,
good.
I like it. It's a good choice. It's just great to hear new songs and like think and listen to them properly. I love it.
You know what we've got to do? We've got to do Stiff Little Fingers.
Oh man, I love Stiff Little Fingers. But the problem is we know all the tracks.
I know. If there's anyone else,
Good night. Someone recommend a Stiff Little Fingers track that we don't know. How about that? Maybe.
Yes. If anyone can recommend a good post-punk song, or anything of SLF that is slightly outfield, put it down there because I think we should go for this genre more.
Oh, yeah, I love a bit of punk. Yeah, so excellent. But we got to have subscribers, please. We need subscribers because we have a plan.
Yes.
And subscribe, please. And,
yes.
And then we're going to go on our epic road trip, and we'll have a playlist. And our playlist we will play as we cross the American deserts in a beaten old banger. And if we survive.
And we'll take you with us.
Yeah, absolutely. It's sort of like virtually, shall we say, because it's not going to be a very big banger. But if we've only got like 2 subscribers, or maybe we could take them with us. But anyway.
Excellent.
They can help pay the gas. How about that?
They can bring the
if they had any mechanical knowledge, that would.
I don't think they want. I don't think they want to come along. I don't think they want to pay the gas, and I don't think they've got any mechanical knowledge.
This plan's just not working out right now. But let's stick with it for the moment. See what happens.
All right. Take care.
All right, mate. I'll catch you later.
Cheers. Bye-bye.
Yeah. Bye. Stop.
Bye.